Ladies, gentlemen, meatbags alike, welcome back to Biommune. Hope you're all doing well here today. I'm okay. Just continuing on with life. After taking care of, I think it was the Mark Puff or Jumbo Puff, and whatever their name was, one of the World Eaters. Gotta go back to a good old out-of-date. See what does the old man want.
Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you are looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror.
Well, let's go take care of him.
You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help.
Alright, well, I decided to just let him yap on and all that, and honestly, I have one little comment about, I'm forgetting his name. Whatever his name was. Out of Date, yeah. One little comment to something that Out of Date said was, the best fighters are never angry? Well, that would be for fighters, not barbarians. But yeah, let's go deal with Lupin.
So much easier to see all the colors during the day. Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains.
Why yes, you already told me this, narrator. So, how am I going to get over there? Is there a bridge? Looks like there's a bridge. Or something to, get me across? Yeah. It looks like it.
Tread carefully here. This is Lupa Lupin's camp. Lupa Lupin says he's been see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupa Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. No. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. Just so. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. No. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours.
You're going to attack me with food? Alright, DS6 stream moment. But rather bad footage. I don't get to decide your fate now, apparently. Instead of just fast traveling, let's just enjoy ourselves a nice little walk over to Out of Date. try to take in the scenery a little bit, you know? Scenery's alright. It's not bad. So, a thought came through my mind a little bit with the whole Lupin thing earlier about him, his mother, or should we say Muma. I'm not really gonna shun anybody for eating meat because, you know, well, in a philosophy of mine, I would probably say we name who may not exactly be able to comprehend the emotions and feelings of plants, but they're still alive just like any other mammal, reptilian, or whatever that's meat. So eat everything equally. Well, not literally everything, anything organic. Or a lot of organics, depending on, you know, body's, capability to absorb, you know, the organic matter.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Momombusu?
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Bubuko von Junvun.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped.
Ba no yualo.
Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Maoketo tolu ayadre.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
I just wish I could just skip all of Out of Date's
Bobo
appearances.
Paweg.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast.
Kobwa yake.
He's
Yeah.
happy to help.
East.
Fat
Okay,
kobe mako
goodbye.
to fara ti
Goodbye, Out of
tab.
Date. Alright. Where is the closest point? I guess... right, I can't do it from in here. Damn you, world map fast travel. It's not like we're in different loading screens. Although the game's probably always loading up something when you're heading into new sections, like different chunks. Or chunks. Have I mentioned that I'm, you know, having, shall we say, lacking of fucks to give for this game? Have I mentioned that? Yeah.
Just charge right along. Who cares if they see you?
Alright, well let's be on our way then.
shot.
Alright, where was I heading? That way. Just around.
E-waste, the stuff you need.
I'm just hearing people in the
The
background.
deeper the night, the darker it gets. Handy. You could put that to good use.
Alright, where was I? Oh.
A smart foe would lead. % done. Right where it counts. Looks like some solid wood scrap there.
Well, hopefully background noises are not too loud, like people talking in the other room of the apartment here. And that's taken care of.
Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things
Juuri
first.
kumbala
Time
mama.
for another day to begin.
Sana jote.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Moni pääsää.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
There was no flashback for that.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Sadurutu.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Domale tuk.
Is sure they'll come back on their own once you stop forcing them. Hopefully not to haunt you, though. You've suffered enough already.
Ora sadurut.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Verena Masalapu.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Polakutu.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Kamonu.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here.
Kamonu.
Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Love to see you shine on.
You got it. Take a break from all that's bright.
Who doesn't love a little sparkle in their lives?
Anyone with the slightest self-respect.
And that's overrated.
Ritsentende.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
I've been through so much, but there's also so little time in life. So, like, not saying that I'm dying. No. I just feel like I've exhausted every path, or just about every path, that I can within my capabilities to do so. So,
Anaro Lute.
You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can.
Monibasa.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Ritsentende.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward help.
Orasa Durut.
I just
Glad you saw the light with the Myriad. They
I
always
just
bring
want
us.
to hurry this up.
Verena Masalapu.
Says
Honestly.
that's only for a little while, and when your eyes clear, you see everything even better than before.
Or you'll just go straight up blind.
But let's not speak of that now.
Arieloche nui mumera.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Kudutuku.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Polakutu.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to...
Tukonda.
She can't be sure. You'll have to wait.
Well, at least it's a living animal and not a machine, so I probably won't have to collect
Let's see.
parts for it.
Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. You found the Majut Meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Got it. Bangarang. Neutralized. Thinker.
Hey there, buddy. Oh, alright. I guess we'll just kill you now.
Stand against that.
I brought your pet back.
Boila koto.
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned.
Taifaname numa.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Dropalo.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Kanamunta.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the cross.
Kamonu.
She figures the chew.
Urasa dulut.
Noko is always willing to help.
Anora kapapum.
Says talk.
Alright, well, let's give it some food. Or bonbon berry, it says.
What a blow!
Good.
You can spy the edge of a new day.
We'll
That's
scrap
the
that.
good stuff. Wood scrap's great for building things. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire.
And good.
Wired up and ready to go. Might keep you dry at least.
Scrap
It's
that.
make your own scrap day. That'll come in handy.
Scrap. And more
A
scrap.
fresh start with fresh scrap.
Trash. Even more trash. Okay. Alright, a little bit of rope climbing.
There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go. Good parts make for good scrap. Just stay on the rope. That's a cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. The right key could open this. You shouldn't be... Flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the electrons in the panel.
Taking care of that.
Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark.
And let's get going. As we do a little running, I just want to ask a question. Does it feel like that, you know, well, games were fun when we were, younger. And it's very hard to find a game to actually enjoy now because of our older age and better cynicism. So will there ever be a good game ever again? I know that's a bit of a vague question since, you know, everybody has different tastes. There's a large, you know, age range, and me being 33 years old, I feel old, I feel tired, my sense of empathy has dropped down a bit. So, will we ever have a good game? I know it's partly a selfish question,
Says
but
automatons like that are rare.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Monibasa.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she...
Inadabsunka.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world Mecha-Majut.
Ignadaldo.
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for...
Kodotuku.
Seems to her they preferred the Mecha-Majuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the Gnotes were near extinct.
Ola kudu.
Noko is always willing to help.
Tukonda.
Understands...
maybe I just need to find one game to stick with that can just keep me calm. Instead of, you know, having to force myself through things. But at the same time, you know, I would probably say Stardew Valley, but no. I've already done enough Stardew Valley in my life for quite a while.
Take a moment to absorb the day.
Do apologize for that, dear viewers. People were harassing me for something, and I told them I was going to be recording, and, well, you know, I just told them, hey, I'm recording here. I'm trying to do my work. Although it doesn't really seem much like work when I just record and throw the videos up on YouTube with minimum to no effort of character edit. But I'm still small channel. I don't have the money, the resources. I don't have all the help that I need to actually make good videos. Well, not make great videos, but I could probably make a decent video. But then again, like I probably said before with the whole, you know, video game thing of, you know, will there ever be a good game when everybody has their own taste, and those who subscribe, you know, they like me for their own reasons. So I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, that little ramble aside, nothing really. Nothing to really think about.
The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. shot it up.
Pills, medicine. Medicine stuff or healing stuff.
Not opening for you. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the eye box broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the fields. The world is so much smaller underground. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. You need to line up the switches so they match.
Alright, well, we got that.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
All that's missing in this area would be a resource totem and also the riding saddle. Ah, there's the stairs. I was about to wonder, where did the stairs go?
Now hold on. Sit tight. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mechamachut. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Noko.
And we finally have an actual land mount. For now. Not sure if we can keep it, but we have something.
You finally found the village of Bumlidoff.
Ignoring the village, continue on. I can still shoot from mounted. Like I know I was able to from the glue glide, but might as well try it here, you know? When unsure, might as well.
This story needs a hero.
Minalagi Mamuru.
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of Bon Bon Gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Taifanana numa.
Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Kana munta.
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Andro.
You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed
Kana munta.
He's been able to literally shed some light in the dark.
Andro.
Nocco is always
Alright,
willing.
well,
Anora
let's
kababom.
get going. Let's go find Mito.
Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand.
I wish I actually had some horse riding music. Or a song in head who could actually go with the horse riding. Or Mecha note. Oh!
Give it a little kick.
Zykantum.
Oh, there's Mito. I'm just gonna piss on your post here.
Let's see.
Lunko.
With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that.
Tutum.
Says there's so much darkness to deal with. Rather than curse it, he makes lamps to fight it.
Boy.
You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it?
Da sompa.
Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad.
Donko boykin.
No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past brightlights the present.
Kantiko tumpo.
Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine?
The light is nice, but I really don't mind the dark. It's like... there's no middle option between these.
Tundo pontoja.
Figures that doesn't matter. You can't help but shine either way.
Zykantum.
So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving.
Zykantum.
Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know.
Kopasa kompo.
Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad.
I'll
They
make my
buy
own light.
Lunko.
claims he wasn't trying to
Boy.
says he
Kantiko tumpo. Okankum.
there's something
I know
he
some
senses
people might like the
you're
dialogue,
like the
but honestly,
dayfly,
I just
living every
want,
day
you know,
like it's your last, afraid that
just wanna
when
get on
night
with it.
comes, it might be proved right.
Tutozinkatimpo.
Claims you both walk in different types of darkness, but you guide yourself by the same light.
Kamui.
Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too.
Kopasa kompo.
He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow.
Kamui.
Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the
Anything
end.
to fight?
Glows with delight at your bright passion.
That wasn't much of an answer, but... Right, whatever. I'm just gonna go around this way, maybe. Nope.
This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by.
Transport? Oh. Got to keep the Mechamajut. That's good. Alright, let me think here. If I were to go south, east. I don't know which way I'm heading. This is probably the right direction.
This beast can move.
There's my mount. That's my horse.
You hardly ever see those.
So red, so much heat, lava, whatever.
Blisterboo, known for its perfect temperature and atmosphere.
Perfect temperature and atmosphere, they say. Am I even in the right spot? No. No, I'm not in the right spot. Well, wasn't this a lovely little side distraction of, you know, some loot? Mainly parts. Not scrap, but, oh, well, I could say add-ons. Yeah, I think that's the right word.
Find us a sunset to ride into. They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. Nice. Metal scrap. You can always use that. Wow, wow, wow. Take much more.
Let's get that level up.
Looks good.
Health regen.
Well placed.
Who else? You? You owlbear koala looking things?
The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long?
Alright, how am I going to get up there? Yeah, maybe there's a vulnerable spot. Alright. Up on the high road. Step, 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 and step, 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 then get on over. More spots to climb, 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 climb.
This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing.
Won't be a field trip, it's the real thing. But, you know, field trips are, supervision. Like having, an adult watching over, making sure that you're not into any trouble.
Glittermoth Cave is right here.
Alright, well, let's get our shrine. That's one moth. Two moth. Three moth. 4.
Every little bit helps.
There we go. Let's deal with, I guess, Nako. Just go to fast travel. Make my life a little bit easier. Talk to Nako, see what she has to say, and then wrap up the episode. Yeah.
Urasa durut.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Anaro lote.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater.
Everybody wants me to kill the World Eaters and save the world. Putting all this shit on one person?
Tukonda.
The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time.
Kodotuku.
She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains.
Inadabsunka.
So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf.
Ganaruta.
It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger.
Alright, well, I'm just going to wrap up the episode. Thank you for joining, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't, I wish you all a nice day. And until next time, take care.